yeah, Macho Madness in your house. Gonna teach you about Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar. Two of the three greatest men, most macho men to ever live. Dig it! But they never snapped into a Slim Jim. No. Number two would be Julius Caesar, tied with number three, Alexander the Great. And who's the one, boys and girls, that's gonna be the number one greatest man of all time? Ooh yeah, Macho Man, let's get it. We're gonna start off today, by going into the Google Classroom. That's right, because the time is of the essence and space is of the place. Yeah, we got Big Red in the house lighting us up. Gonna be more lit up than the Macho Man on the 4th of July. Yeah, let's click on this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. He'll go down to lesson 82. 82 was a good year for the Macho Man. Yeah, won the CWA title, that's right. We're going to go to Alexander and Caesar by Appian of Alexandria. Now, I'm not so old that I know the guy, but Mr. Bull might. That's right, Mr. Bull's a good friend of the Macho Man. Yeah, anybody with that much mitochondria running through their veins is a friend of the Macho Man. Yeah, dig it. All right, let's snap into it like it's a Slim Jim. So we start out in the first paragraph. Yeah, first paragraph, the paragraph at the beginning. Always got to begin at the beginning. Yeah. Wait, what was that? Happened so fast you can't even talk about it. Before we get started, though, I want to wish a congratulations to one of the other greatest men of all time. That's right, the big man, the big dust with the 300 wins. It's quite an accomplishment. Even the Macho Man is seriously impressed. Now, back to the text. Yeah, dig it. Caesar died on the day they call the Ides of March. The day when the seer said he would not outlive, but he didn't listen to him. No. Called him a dreamer. In the morning, Caesar made fun of him and said the Ides have come, and the seer said, hey, but they're not going. Dig it, snap into it. Caesar ignored not only the predictions with brazen confidence, but other portents that were mentioned earlier. He left his house and met his death at the age of 56 years old. Extremely lucky in everything. That's why he was almost as macho as the Macho Man. Yeah, gifted with a divine spark, disposed to great deeds, and fittingly compared with Alexander. How do they compare? Here's one way they compare. One, they were both supremely ambitious. And if you want bonus, here's the first bonus video question. How can ambition be a good thing? Yeah, how can it be a bright light in your life? And how can it lead to your downfall? How can it blind you to everyone around you and turn you into a jerk? Like Hulk Hogan, I'm coming after you. So that's your first question for bonus. Yeah, bonus points accumulating, just falling out of the sky. They were both supremely ambitious, warlike, rapid in executing decisions, and they both had daring and good luck. One of them made a journey across the desert in the hot season, and when the sea was pushed back across the Pamphylian Gulf by the divine power, for heaven held back the deep for him until he passed, and it rained for him while he was on the march. In India, Alexander ventured unaided unto the sea. He led the way up the scaling ladder, and he leapt unaccompanied onto the enemy and suffered 13 wounds. Ooh, that's Macho Madness right there. Gets on top of on the scaling ladder, okay, and that is Macho Madness. Doesn't matter what color it is, if it's blue, if it's gold, if it's black, or if it's white. It's good for me. Yeah. Okay, in Europe he conquered foreign territory, subdued the Greeks, who are usually very difficult to govern. He only obeyed Philip of Macedon, and for only a short time, because he was Alexander the Great, and he had to be great. He overran Asia like the Macho Man's going to overrun Ricky Steamboat for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. That's right. Just a cup of coffee for you in the big time with the Macho Man. Okay, he overran virtually the whole of Europe. Yeah. And he never lacked energy. He always had luck. He conquered lands he saw, and he died thinking about conquering the rest. Boys and girls, that's a good lesson. And that's going to bring us to our second bonus point. Our first one was about ambition. Okay? Our second one, he died intent on tackling the rest. So that goes to number 2. What attitude to take towards your goals. If you live a goal-driven life, even if you're pursuing goals and it ends a little bit abruptly or you don't quite get there, at least you're pursuing things, boys and girls. That's what you got to be doing. Those are the 2 points so far for the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Now let's talk about Julius Caesar. He was too hot to handle, too cold to hold. That's right. Okay, just ask a lot of people in Rome, especially the senators. The senators were very jealous because Caesar was getting all the women. Yeah, he was like the Ric Flair of his day, but Ric Flair is a candle in the desert, and Caesar is the whole desert. Don't know what it means, don't have to know what it means. Yeah, it's macho madness. Macho madness. The Adriatic yielded to become calm for him. When he was conquering the Britons, he ordered his captains to wreck the ships and told them that we'll rebuild them when we win. Yeah, that's the right attitude, boys and girls. I'm telling you. It's the right attitude. That's like the attitude I had toward Tito Santana in 1985 when I took the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship from him. Yeah. On many occasions, he was the only man to spring forward. The Gauls alone he faced 30 times and conquered 400 of their tribes. Wow, Custer could have taken a lesson from that. Okay, yeah, not that we would want him to, because that was disrespectful what Custer was doing. He probably got what he deserved. Yeah. Oh, the Romans felt to be so menacing that one of their laws considering immunity for military service for priests and older men was a clause unless the Gauls invade, but Caesar was able to conquer them. Veni, vidi, vici. Ooh, yeah, came, I saw, I conquered. Yeah, it's the Macho Man's mantra right there. Yeah. In the Alexandrian War, when he was trapped by himself on a bridge, he threw off his cloak and jumped into the sea. He swam underwater for miles and miles, and he could swim underwater for miles more. And then he popped up and revealed himself and said, "Ooh, yeah, Caesar, come out of the water safe." They thought they had him dead to rights, but they did. No, they didn't. They never had him dead to rights in the military. No, he only had him dead to rights when he didn't expect it. Yeah, later on, it's not that his troops were unbeaten, since they were humiliated by the Gauls a couple of times, and even in Hispania they had some difficulties. And they were terrified of Pompey. Things weren't going well in Hispania when they were fighting Pompey, and the troops wouldn't charge. So what did Caesar do? Did he bribe them? No. Did he appease them? No. He took no days off, like a real good friend I know. He took no days off and charged instead. He was impossible to terrify. By the use of force and favor, and with much stronger hand, he overcame the might of the Roman state, which lorded it over land and sea. He made himself king against the wishes of the Romans, even if he did not receive that title, and he died like Alexander, planning fresh campaigns. They both had armies, and when they died, their soldiers mourned them. Both men were well formed in body and fine appearance like the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. They were unusually ready to fight determined opponents, but also quick to settle with people who were willing to settle. It's called prudence. It can be closely compared but it was unequal resources that they set out to seek power. Alexander possessed the kingdom, while Caesar had nothing, and nothing is nothing except for the macho man and Julius Caesar, who was a private individual that ascended to the heights of power. Ooh, yeah. Okay. One other thing, and I want you to answer this for the third question. How was pride their downfall? Yeah. How was pride their downfall? Because neither one of them took notice of omens. And this is probably because on more than one occasion, people went to Alexander and said, it's going to happen, and he went through it anyway. He was among the Oxydracons when he climbed onto the enemy's wall at the head of the Macedonian troops, and the ladder broke and he was left isolated. So what did he do? Did he negotiate? Did he settle? No! He mosh pit dived on the enemy, and his troops went after him to save him. Yeah! The gates had broken down in panic, and they just managed to rescue him. In Caesar's case, we mentioned it in Hispania. His army was seized with terror when it was drawn up to face the younger Pompey and refused to engage the enemy. Ask yourself, what would you do? I got a friend. Well, he's not really a friend. I hate him, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I'm going to take your title. He always says, what you going to do, brother? Well, I tell you something. This is what the macho man would do. Exactly what Caesar would do when his troops, would they charge? No. Would Caesar back down? No. Again, he was too hot to handle, too cold to hold. That's right. Dig it. So he snapped into a Slim Jim. Yeah. He scoffed at his troops. Said they had seen the same troops in Hispania. Okay, when he was engaging them, and he ran out in front of everyone in the space between the two armies and took 200 spears on his shield until he was rescued by his army, which then swept forward and conquered Pompey the Younger. Yeah, that's being a macho man, boys and girls, right there. Yeah, dig it. Wow. The first lobeless victim brought both of them into mortal danger, but the second brought death. They had received omens and they ignored them because they had things they had to do. They were living life, and fast forward like my friend Kenny Chesney. Yeah, he's a friend of the macho man. We hang out on the beach, and well, that's pretty much all Kenny does anyways. But, you know, with me and Kenny Chesney hanging out on the beach. Sorry, Kenny Chesney and I. Whoa, snap into that. Next paragraph, when Caesar was about to enter the Senate for the last time, the same omens appeared and he scoffed at them, saying that he had heard that song before. Yeah, and the same thing happened to Alexander, who was returning with his army from India to Babylon and was already approaching the city when the Chaldeans begged him to postpone. He quoted the line, that prophet is best who guesses nightly, but the Chaldeans begged him a second time not to enter, but to go round and to take the city while facing the rising sun. He relented this and began to make the circuit. But when he got annoyed with the swampy ground, he disregarded it and made the entrance facing west. He sailed down the Euphrates as far as the river Palakata. They say that as he was considering the damming of this river and taking the boat to look, he poked fun at the Chaldeans because he had safely entered and safely sailed from Babylon. Yeah, but he didn't get out. No, did he? No, he didn't. Just like Caesar, when he said, hey, the Ides of March are here, soothsayer. And the soothsayer said, aye, but they are not gone. Pride precedeth the fall. Don't get so arrogant and caught up in yourself that you forget reality. Yeah. The seer had foretold the day of Caesar's demise, saying he would not survive the Ides of March. And when the day came, what did Caesar do? Yeah, like that arrogant Hulk Hogan, he mocked him and said the Ides have come, but they had not gone. And he did not survive the Ides of March. No, he didn't. Didn't make it out of the Senate. No, That was the end of the line for Caesar. Just like this Saturday's going to be the end of the line for Ricky Steamboat and his Intercontinental Championship reign. Yeah, I'm still living in 1986, and it's all right. Yeah, me and Johnny Lawrence, baby. In this way, then, they made similar fun of the omens, which related to themselves, display no anger with the seers who announced these omens to them, and were nonetheless caught according to the letter of the prophecies. Yeah, the questions on the next page. Now, we've got 3 bonus points. We're going to have a 4th one. In the field of knowledge, they were enthusiastic lovers of wisdom, whether traditional, Greek, or foreign. And that's the 4th one, boys and girls, that I'm going to put up in the best color combination of them all. That's right, orange and black. Yeah, orange, black, pirates, attack, dig it! All right, let's go pirates. Okay, number 4. Why does Apian include details about their willingness to learn from other cultures? This is a problem that we have in America. Yeah. We have a problem learning from other cultures sometimes within our own boundaries. Yeah, it happened so fast there, a little bit of a pause. Yeah, because I'm moving faster than the speed of light, and a speeding bullet. Superman's got nothing on the Macho Man. Yeah, he's only super. I'm macho. Yeah, dig it. One last paragraph. Okay. They learned from the Brahmins. They learned from the astrologers. They learned from the Magi. Okay? Alexander learned from the Magi. So did Caesar. He probably talked to the same dudes that visited little cute 6-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus. Yeah! That brought him his first science kit. As a result, he improved much in the civilian sphere and brought great wealth and benefits to Rome, which is still a variable length. The benefits are still going on and on. Caesar brought the calendar to Rome. Yeah, he even had a month named after him, July. Okay, yeah, we need a 13th month called Macho Month. Yeah, dig it. And he brought in science from Egyptian observance. So 4 bonus points here. Number 1, explicate the dual nature of ambition. Yeah, give me the what's the right attitude to take towards your goals. Yeah, even when people say it's not going to work out for you. But how was their pride their downfall? And why does Apian include details about their willingness to learn from other cultures? So get on there, watch the video, answer the questions, and snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah!